Hello and welcome. Now we are going to build our calculator. So just open up your C++ builder and click on File, New, Windows VCL application. And now let's save this as a new project. So click on File, Save All, and then navigate to your projects folder, which is C++ Builder Projects. And then here, click New Folder and give it the name 04-calculator. And then double click on it and click Save. Click Save again, click Save again, and now it is saved. So first, we give a caption for our form. So select the form and then scroll down to the captions property and change the caption to calculator. Now we are going to add a label. So go to the palette, expand this and double click label. Drag it to somewhere here, and the caption, we will tell the user to enter the first number. After that, below that, we will put edit. So let's put an edit there. This is edit for the first number. Then we will call this, rename it. Under the name property, we call it edit first num. Then we're going to add a second label. So double click, drag the second label here, and for the caption, just say enter second number. Now add one more edit here. So double click, and let's rename this to be edit second num. You can see in the structure here all our components, all our objects, and let's empty this field. So we select the edit first num, edit, and under the text, just press the backspace to clear it. Now select the edit second num and also press the backspace to clear it. Next, we add a button. So go here to the palette and just drag a button there, and let's rename. Okay, for the caption, we're just going to say add in caps, and let's give it a name. Call it BTN for button, add. Okay, now let's modify this a little bit more. Let's add another button here to clear the fields. So let's pull this down a little bit. We forgot something. Let's add another label here for the result of the addition. So let's add a label there. Pull a label, put it here. And this label, let's call it label result. Okay, so let's label result, and caption for that label, let's put 0. So initially is 0. So the two numbers we added and the result shown here. And let's add one more button now, the clear button. So this button will clear the inputs as well as the result, so that you are able to enter new numbers. So let's, for the caption, we just say clear in capital letters, and the name, let's call it BTN clear. Okay, now let's resize this to make it neater and add code. So we double click on add to open the the code for entry. So now over here we are going to write the code. So whenever the button is clicked, it will call this code. First thing we do is extract the numbers. So we create the variables called num1 string, and then from the edit first num edit box, we will extract the text. And for the second string, we also do the same. Edit second num. We also extract the text. Next, we need to convert those strings into numbers. So we need to create integers num1, and we convert the first string to integer, and we do the same thing. We declare another num2 variable, and we convert num2 string to integer as well. Then we declare one more variable called sum, and we take num1, add to num2, and assign the result to sum. Next, we will then show the output of the calculation in the label result. So we set label results caption to this string. Caption to this string, but sum is not a string, it's an integer, so we need to convert it into a string before we can set the caption. So the function to do that is int to string, and we pass the variable sum, and now we have converted the integer into a C string, into a C++ string. Okay, so now if you were to run it, it should work. Okay, let's enter the first number. Let's say 2 and 3, click add, and we get 5. But clear has not been implemented. So let's implement clear now. So when you click clear, it should clear all these fields. So let's try that. So go back to your design, and for clear, you can either double click it or go to events and look for on click and double click this. Alright, so now we are going to write code to clear the inputs. The first is first num text, and we want to set this to an empty string. So we set this to an empty string, and we also want to clear the second num edit field, and we also select the text property and set it to empty field, empty string, and we do the same for label result as well, and label result is a caption, and we set it to empty string as well. Okay, now let's run again. And now we have, let's enter 5 and 6 at 11, correct, clear. So that's it. So we have completed this the design of the user interface as well as coding for it. So that's all for this lesson. I'll see you in the next one.